Hey there guys, what's up? This is Pat, and in this video, this is the third in a series of videos. I am demoing how to create a light plot in Vectorworks Spotlight 2018. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to set up focus points and what my process is for going through and doing that. So what we're going to do, we have in our last video, we put in our lighting positions, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to our layer palette, and I'm going to hide my lighting positions. Make them go away. X. There we go. All right. So our stage, I'm going to hide. I can leave these box boom positions here that we added. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and how I do my lighting positions. It's a little bit different for each show, but generally speaking, if I am designing in a proscenium space, I will try and shoot for pools of light that are 12-ish feet across. When I work in a studio theater, a black box flexible space, I'll be a little bit smaller, and I'll work in beam sizes in the 10-foot range. So that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a bunch of circles, and I'm going to place them where I think my lighting areas should be. And this is a good visual representation of how I think the beams of light are going to overlap each other. So I'm going to draw a circle, and I'm going to draw it with a 12-foot radius. Come up here. I'm sorry, 12-foot diameter. My bad. All right. And now I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fill out of it. Over here, no fill. All right. So what I'm going to do to start is I usually like at least in a proscenium space, I usually try to make one lighting area that is downstage center. Okay. So I'm going to put I'm going to put a circle right at the intersection of the plaster line and the center line. Yeah, that's close enough right there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this guy over. I'm going to copy and drag, and I'm going to put him right about there. The center point of the circle is what I'm thinking about. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag, copy and drag, and I'm going to kind of put the circle right in the center. That looks pretty close. So now the thought being is if these circles overlap, my lighting is going to overlap, and it's going to be a nice clean wash across the front. So what I'm going to do is I want to get these over here. I could drag and copy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of them and use our trusty dusty old mirror command. Where are we? There we go. And now we have our front light, our front alley. So the scenery narrows back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these three center circles, and I'm just going to copy and paste them back just a little bit, and I want the center to the circles somewhere right about in there. Okay, so now it's just as easy as that. Now I know I'm going to have a nice wash here. When they walk downstage, when they walk cross stage, everything is going to blend together quite nicely. I just have a few more positions I want to put in, and I'm going to drag and copy one over here, and that's going to be our hallway back here where the door is. And I'm also going to put an area right back here in the middle of this arch. So it looks like kind of a mess right now, and there's a lot of circles. Well, those are just sort of our working circles. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to pop in our Vectorworks Spotlight lighting, our focus points. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to click on focus point. Okay. And now I'm going to click right in the middle of that first circle, and I'm going to we're going to call it A. Now it says focus height right here, and just in case you don't know what that means, focus height is where in digital space and virtual reality, where this light plot exists in 3D, it's going to aim the light 5 feet in the air. Now, if you think about this, the average person is, 5'5" or something. Well, surprisingly, it's right about where their face is. So that's where you want to keep it about 5 feet. Now, if you are on scenery with a platform, or if something drops down, you will just add or subtract that dimension. So if you're standing in front of a 2-foot platform, this focus height up here would be 7 feet. Now we're all on the deck, so we're going to keep everything at 5 feet. So I click OK, and what I'm going to do is I like my letters just a little bit bigger, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and do font size. Let's try 18. I like that. I'm blind, and it helps me see things. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over here and start popping them in. Oh, that's not what I want. Sorry. What happened? Now I'm just going to come back here. Sorry about that. Focus points. B. And I'm going to, so if I would do that, I would have to change the text every time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to 18. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and copy. So I'm going to drag this guy over, and I'm going to pop him right in there. C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Now we have all of our focus points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these circles. I'll just select them all. There we go. There we go. Almost got them. And I'm going to hit delete. So there we go. What I'm probably going to do, these guys, I'm going to select these couple lighting areas, and I'm just going to nudge, shift arrow down. I'm going to nudge these downstage just a tiny bit. And I'm going to leave those right there. So in this video, what I've shown you how to do is my thoughts on how to set out acting areas, at least for a proscenium space. And now we are ready to start installing lighting instruments. So what I'm going to do in preparation for that is I'm going to come over to my file of my layer palette, and I'm going to turn on my lighting positions. I'm going to gray the focus points, and I'm going to make the lighting layer the current layer. So right there, now we are all set to go. So thanks guys, we'll be back in the next video, and we're going to start putting lights in. Thanks a lot.